Okay. I guess we're finally talking about this, huh? I I purposely waited a long period of time, you see, because I wanted to get my thoughts settled and I wanted to react non-emotionally and non-personally to this topic. But we all know about the opinions of Doctor Who of 2025. It's significantly worse than 2023 or 2024. But it's going to be an elephant in the room, I guess, as a content creator who discusses Doctor Who thoroughly and is brain rotted for the series will have to bring up eventually in some format. I've decided not to do it on stream because I feel like I can format this better as an edited video instead. I am not scripted really, but I do have a list of what I want to bring up and what I want to say, and editing magic means you don't get to see the fuck ups, I guess. So, number one is, am I going to continue to bring it up? And the answer has been for a while, no. I'm going to be honest with you, I have talked to death about my problems with reality war, and I know it can sound like the average Doctor Who fan bitching and moaning, and understandable. It probably does sound like that, but honestly, my problems go beyond the episode itself. I feel like, and this is me personally, a poison chalice has been dealt to the cast and crew because of the results of that episode. The poison chalice has been given to Billy Piper. It's been given, to some degree, David Tennant. Even Paul McGann has experienced the AI deepfakes, claiming he was on set. This has caused a wave of problems for people who did not even have involvement in the writing of this episode. I believe overall, this is the thing that bothers me the most, actually. I think if it didn't bother them, I would get over it, but there's a part of me that thinks, when did they deserve the consequences to this weird fanfic we call an episode? So I've decided maybe I should hold back on bringing it up from now on, because I'm going to make this perfectly clear. There has been no confirmation on who is going to be in the Christmas special this year. There has been no confirmation on where it's going to really go this year. Any leaks that have come out, we cannot confirm or deny, their authenticity. To be honest, I want to be a bit more positive. I suppose instead of worrying about the future, I'm oddly enough going to talk more about Classic Who and maybe praise the creative and insane passion of writers and crew members and actors of long ago. Because as we know, I'm a Fifth Doctor / Peter Davison stan. I think I'd rather focus on being a Peter Davison stan than whatever the fuck the reality war is. I think I'd rather focus on talking about how cool John Pertwee was in his life than something that bothers me. I think I've made a decision and inspiration from some other people and other content creators online, and I think I'm just going to talk about the episodes that make me happiest, no matter what people feel about it. The Classic Who episodes I've enjoyed. I've actually been rewatching my Stan Peter Davison serials again. I've decided I'm going to rewatch them. And I have watched Castrovalva recently, and it has been a really pleasant experience. It reminded me of why I love this silly little campy show, you know what I mean? It brought me immense joy, and I truly think I'm just going to talk about content like that from here on out, maybe, whether it's on stream or I make videos about it. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out, I think. It's going to be actually scripted properly. Like when I do YouTube videos every so often. It's been a whole deal, hasn't it? And I think that's the biggest advice I can give is, even if 2026 Christmas special comes around and it's an absolute shit fest, at least we have like decades worth of amazing sci-fi goodness to go into instead of being depressed about it. Maybe I'm not as passionate as others. Maybe I express that passion differently. But I generally don't like approaching everything with a complete negative mindset, although I can feel negative about things. And I've felt negative enough, I've decided, and I'm not going to be miserable about it anymore. This is not going to haunt me. This is not going to fucking haunt me any longer, and it's not going to stop me, because why would I let it? Why would I let it ruin years of comfort and safety for me? Because most people don't realize this, but Doctor Who is like a big part of my life in the sense that it saved my mental health multiple times. I don't usually like talking about this often, but there was a period of time where I thought I wasn't going to make it. I used to use Doctor Who as an excuse every week to make it to the end of the week. And maybe because of that, I have a deep attachment to the series, and I always will. And maybe it's because of that I'm giving myself grace and allowing myself to step back from the things I don't like. I am not going to pretend that I don't have issues with them, because I believe as a writer myself, criticism is a very important part of our growth. And I want to be constructive about it if possible. And I have been very constructive when I've criticized things like the reality war. I have done it jokingly in a comedic sense, but I have been constructive. But I'm going to tell myself it's alright if it's no longer the show I fell in love with for the time being. And I think you guys should do that too if you guys are bothered as well. So, I think that's my video. I think that's my conclusion. I'm gonna go likely continue to watch more Peter Davison so I can stan him harder. You know, like, as passionately as possible. His grandson might not be as big a fan, but I am! Which reminds me, there might be something coming at some point. I might be working on something relating to being a Peter Davison stan. It could be a year from now or more than that, but watch out, chat. Watch out, everybody. It's gonna be a fun time. Because I've decided I'm gonna go full Classic Who mode, baby. So I'm hopefully going to express that soon enough. So yeah, ending this off, I think this is going to be hopefully the last serious video I make on this topic for a while, as serious as Doctor Who can be. Let's be real, it's Doctor Who's a whole thing, isn't it? But yeah, I thank you for watching. I hope you guys subscribe. Please follow me on Twitch, because that's where I hang out the most, because I get to be less censored on there, and I am an absolute little shit goblin on that website, by the way, if you wanted to know. And hopefully we're just gonna go full Classic Who mode from here on out. Bye!